Hello, my name's Sony. I'm a fourth year medical student. This is Verena Holmes. Let's go on a tour. Here on the ground floor of Verena Holmes, we have the Anatomy Learning Centre. Inside, we've got the wet lab and the dry lab. Let's go have a look. This is the Anatomy Learning Centre. This is where the majority of our anatomy teaching takes place. This is currently the dry lab, and in here is the wet lab. Let's go have a look. Welcome to the wet lab. So the reason this is called the wet lab is because we do cadaveric dissections here. So we have cadavers which are donated to us, and depending on what module we're studying, we do the dissection which corresponds to that area of the body. So in first year, we dissect the thoracic cavity as well as the abdomen for the GI, gastrointestinal module.
I quite like, even though, because we're in fourth year now, we did most of this in year 1 and 2, but now when in third year and fourth year, when we're seeing actual surgeries on live people, it's quite cool to be able to compare the difference between the cadavers and in theatres, and just like being like, oh, I've seen this before, but now it's like actually real, if that makes sense. That's quite cool.
Yeah, I think one of the more daunting modules when you come to medical school is anatomy. And the Anatomy Learning Centre is really good for kind of quelling that fear. Mostly because there are so many models. They're really useful because you can easily see what you're seeing in the textbooks, but in an actual model. And it just makes anatomy so much easier to learn because you don't have to imagine things or look at it on a 2D page. You can see it in 3D, you can interact with it. And I think that just makes the whole learning process so much easier, but you also remember it a lot better. And I think my main advice for tackling those nerves are to just get involved in as much as you can, because I found over time when I got better at dissecting and I got more comfortable being around the cadavers, it actually made me better at anatomy, but also just a lot more relaxed in the space. And so I think practice does definitely help get you better. And so that's what I'd advise you to do.